Well, hello, guys. Welcome back to Red Lentil Healing. We are so talking about the Derek Chauvin trial. We are the prosecution has rested. The defense is pretty much most of the way through their case. Derek himself has decided not to testify on his own behalf. So we're getting ready to wrap things up. I wanted to take a look to see what is the energy right now in Minneapolis. I have some deep, long lasting, pretty much brother sisters from other misters in Minneapolis. It's been hearing their experiences, especially right after George Floyd was murdered last year. I'm just gonna say it's been tough. Just everything that's going on. I just want to just a read on what is the energy right now. It's kind of my unofficial official way of just sending love and light and healing and just figuring out what's going on. So a couple things I want to do. I just want to get what is the undercurrent energy that is not discussed that is just there. So what is the shadow energy? Okay. And what is the recognized energy? All right. So two things. What is the shadow energy that may not be discussed, felt, sitting in the background? That's what your shadow self is, your default energy when things go a certain way. And what is the recognized energy? The energy that very palpable, things you can understand, things that you can just recognize and see, conscious energy. Okay. So let's lay these out. We've got compassion. We've got all over the place energy with limitless. We get emotions with sacral chakra. We get connected with another heart chakra, and we get universal energy with the crown chakra. So let's talk about this. We've got basically two heart chakras. Chakra system. Limitless means that they are, how I'm picking it up in this reading is it's kind of an all over the place energy. It is kind of connecting and touching all of the chakras, if you will, which is causing it to kind of be a circus, a jumble. You've got emotions too with your sacral chakra. That's not surprising. And then universal energy with your crown chakra. So let's get into each one of these independently. Let's take a look at our two heart chakra energy cards. We've got compassion and connected. Compassion and connected. I think there's been several people who have been very surprised, especially with the prosecution witnesses, how connected and compassionate. I think, and here's why I say surprise. There are people who are cynical, myself sometimes included, or questionable. The fact that the case was laid out so clearly, that things have been so articulated, there were witnesses that may have surprised certain people because they thought that maybe they would present evidence that would kind of favor more of the defense, but just raw, unabashed, connected, and compassionate. They are sitting here. And what that did is it resonated out into the community. There's a connection. There's a compassion. This community, they feel it's messed up. They feel the hurt for his family, for him. There's a connection and a compassion. A lot of heart chakra energy right now that is present in Minneapolis. So to me, that's very, very good. That's very positive. And then again, the limitless. This is not a bad thing. It is just a reality. To me, what I'm hearing is this is impacted. If you have to speak for a spiritual perspective, it's just a good reminder that all of the chakras are impacted. You've got your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown. All of them have been impacted by this. I hate to say disease, but they're fluctuating. They're fluctuating. Okay. There's also with your sacral chakra, a lot of emotions right now. Again, that makes a lot of sense. It's a very emotional time for people. People are on pins and needles. I'm going to say on both sides. How is this going to play out? Very emotional. And how, when the verdict is out, what reaction, what's going to happen in the city? If he's convicted, are people going to go out and celebrate? If he's acquitted, are people going to just take it to the streets? It's very emotional. People don't know how. It's just trying to touch into their emotions and have that balance, and can not just necessarily contain them, but express them and feel them. So that's emotions. Universal energy. They are asking for and trying to connect to source, to a higher power. I would say everybody may even be prayerful. Even some atheists that I know that are there are trying to figure out. I even have one of my friends that's there that's an atheist that said, if God exists, I need him to show up right now. And that's pretty powerful and my friend was not being facetious. There was a seriousness. If there is a God that exists, if this whole spirit thing, Adrian, that you talk about all the time, this universal force, this energy, if this exists, I need it to show itself right now, because my city is hurting. So a connection and a calling to get closer to spirit, to the divine, with universal energy. So this is again, the emotions that are out in the open, that are recognizable, palpable. People can express it. They understand it. Let's look at the shadow energy. We've got the saboteur and we've got love. What does this mean together? The saboteur is the person who, in spite of themselves, cannot seem to get right and do right, but they don't realize that they cannot get right and do right. Sound familiar? And love. So what this is telling me is, I think that regardless of how the verdict comes out, there's going to be some people who, there's going to be a yin and a yang, two equal and opposite feelings. You're going to have the people who are going to try to continue with this compassion, this love, this healing, wanting to, I don't want to say move forward, because you don't just move forward, you have to heal it. And healing sometimes means taking a couple steps backwards, being present and current in order for you to move forward. So you're going to have this energy of wanting to bring the peace and love. And then you're going to have the saboteur. You're still going to have people who are not going to do right, see right. And no, I'm not talking about the looters or the protesting. That may happen, I think, like I said earlier, regardless of the outcome. Has law enforcement learned their lesson? How did this shape the community relationships with law enforcement in Minneapolis? Has it learned its lesson, or are they just looking at him still as this isolated incident, ignoring the other officers who sat back? That shows that this is systemic. Is this saboteur energy still going to be here after this trial? Or will we get to a place of love and healing and growth? I hate it when some people say sending hearts, love, and prayers because it feels empty. However, right now, I am truly sending love and prayer energy. We have a lot of healing and a lot of work we need to do, not just in Minneapolis, but worldwide, when it comes to policing, when it comes to how police officers feel when they're working every day, when it comes to community response and how we feel about police officers. We got a lot of healing and work and love we need to do. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.